Hello, welcome to Study Circle. Today we are going to read Class 8 Standard Geography, Chapter 3, Agriculture. In this chapter, we will read about agriculture. Agriculture. The word agriculture is derived from Latin words agar or agri, meaning soil, and culture means cultivation. The transformation from a plant to a finished product involves three types of economic activities. These are primary, secondary, and tertiary. Primary activities. It include all those connected with extraction and production of natural resources, that is, for example, agriculture, fishing, and gathering. Secondary activities. Secondary activities are concerned with processing of these resources. For example, manufacturing of steels, baking of breads, and weaving of clothes. Tertiary activities. Tertiary activities are those which provide support to the primary and secondary sectors through services. For example, transport, trade, banking, insurance, and advertising. Agriculture. Agriculture is a primary activity. It includes growing crops, fruit, vegetable, flowers, and rearing of livestock. In the world, 50% of persons are engaged in agricultural activity. Two-thirds of India's population is still dependent on agriculture. Favorable topography of soil and climate are vital for agricultural activity. The land on which the crops are grown is known as arable land. Farm systems. The important inputs of agriculture are seeds, fertilizers, machinery, and labor. The operations needed are plowing, sowing, irrigation, and weeding harvesting. The outputs from the system include crop, wool, dairy, and poultry products. Types of farming. Farming can be classified into two main types depending upon the geographical condition, demand of produce, labor, and level of technology. That is subsistence farming and commercial farming. Subsistence farming. This type of farming is practiced to meet the needs of the farmer's family. Low levels of technology and household labors are used to produce a small output. In subsistence farming can be further classified into intensive subsistence farming and primitive subsistence farming. In intensive subsistence farming, this type of farming, the culture cultivates a small plot of land using simple tools and more labor. Climate with large number of days with sunshine and fertile soil permits growing of more than one crop annually on the same plot. Rice is the main crop. Other crops include wheat, maize, pulses, and oilseeds. This farming is prevalent in the thickly populated areas on the monsoon regions of South, Southeast, and East Asia. Primitive subsistence farming. In primitive subsistence farming, it includes shifting cultivation and nomadic herding. Shifting cultivation. It is practiced in the thickly forested areas of Amazon basin, tropical Africa, part of Southeast Asia, and Northeast India. These are the areas of heavy rainfall and quick regeneration of vegetation. Method. A plot of land is cleared by felling the trees and burning them. The ashes are then mixed with soil and crops are grown. After the soil loses its fertility, the land is abandoned and the cultivator moves to a new plot. Shifting cultivation is also known as slash and burn agriculture. Nomadic herding. It is practiced in the semi-arid and regions of Sahara, Central Asia, and some parts of India like Rajasthan, Jammu, and Kashmir. Methods. In this type of farming, herdsmen move from place to place with their animals for fodder and water along defined routes. Sheep, camel, yak, and goats are most commonly reared. They provide milk, meat, wool, hides, and other products to the herders and their families. Commercial farming. In commercial farming, crops are grown and animals are reared for sale in market. The area cultivated and amount of capital used is large. Most of the work is done by machines. Commercial farming includes commercial grain farming, mixed farming, plantation agriculture. Commercial grain farming. Crops are grown for commercial purpose. Common crops are wheat and maize. Major areas: temperate grasslands of North America, Europe, and Asia. Severe winters restrict the growing season and only a single crop can be grown. Mixed farming. The land is used for growing food and fodder crops and rearing livestock. Areas: Europe, Eastern USA, Argentina, Southeast Australia, New Zealand, and South Africa. Plantation. Only single crop of tea, coffee, sugarcane, cashew, rubber, banana, or cotton are grown. Large amount of labor and capital are required. The produce may be processed on the farm itself or in nearby factories, thus require transportation facilities. Areas: tropical regions of the world. Rubber in Malaysia, coffee in Brazil, tea in India and Sri Lanka are some examples. Major crops. Rice, major food crop of the world. It is the staple diet of the tropical and subtropical regions. Rice needs high temperature, high humidity, and rainfall. It grows best in alluvial clayey soil which can retain water. China leads in production of rice, followed by India, Japan, Sri Lanka, and Egypt. Wheat. Wheat requires moderate temperature and the rainfall during growing season and bright sunshine at the time of harvest. It thrives best in well-drained loamy soil. Wheat is grown extensively in USA, Canada and Argentina, Russia, Ukraine, Australia and India. India, it is grown in winter. Millets, they are also known as coarse grains and can be grown on less fertile and sandy soils. It is hardy crop that needs low rainfall and high to moderate temperature and adequate rainfall. Jowar, bajra and ragi are grown in India. Other countries like Nigeria, China and Niger also grows millet. Maize. Maize requires moderate temperature, rainfall, and lots of sunshine. It needs well-drained fertile soil. Maize is grown in North America, Brazil, China, Russia, Canada, India, and Mexico. Cotton. Cotton requires high temperature, light rainfall, 210 frost-free days, and bright sunshine for its growth. It grows best on black and alluvial soils. China, USA, India, Pakistan, Brazil, and Egypt are amine producers. It is one of the main raw materials for the cotton textile industry. Jute. Jute is also known as golden fiber. It grows well on alluvial soils and requires high temperature, heavy rainfall and humid climate. This crop is grown in tropical areas. India and Bangladesh are the leading producers. Coffee. Coffee requires warm and wet climate, well-drained loamy soils. Hill slopes are more suitable for growth of this crop. Brazil is the leading producer followed by Colombia and India. Tea is a beverage crop grown on plantation. It needs well-drained loamy soils and gentle slopes. Require cool climate and well distribution, high rainfall throughout the year for the growth of its tender leaves. Labor in large number is required to pick the leaves. Kenya, India, China, Sri Lanka produce the best quality tea in the world. Agricultural development. It refers to the efforts made to increase farm production in order to meet the growing demand of increasing population. How to achieve agricultural development? Increasing the cropped area, increasing the number of crops grown by improving the irrigation facilities and the use of fertilizers, high and yielding varieties of seeds. The ultimate aim of agricultural development is to increase the food security. A farm in India. A farm in India is usually a small size farmland. Use HYB, that is high yielding variety seeds purchased from the markets. Take advice from friends, elders or government. Use tractors or bullock carts for plowing the field. Use tube oil for irrigational activities. Farm in India also rear livestock to earn more income. All the members of the family help him in various farm activities. The farmers takes credit from bank or the agricultural cooperative society to buy high-yielding variety seeds and implements. Lack storage facilities, so they are forced to sell the produce even when the market is not favorable to them. In recent years, the government has taken some steps to develop storage facilities. A farm in USA. A farm in USA is usually the large-size farmland. The farmer generally resides in the farm. Some of the major crops grown are corn, soybean, wheat, cotton, and sugar beet. Adequate measures are taken to control pests that can damage the crop. From time to time, soil samples are checked in the laboratory to check whether the nutrients are sufficient or not. The farmer's computer is linked to the satellite, which gives him precise picture of his field. This helps farmer to use chemical fertilizers and pesticides wherever they are required. Farmers use tractors, seed drills, leveler, combined harvester, and thresher to perform various agricultural operations. Grains are stored in the automated grain storage or dispatched to the market agencies. So, this is the summary of this whole chapter. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.